A weekend domestic dispute turned fatal in rural Belize as 30-year-old Titus James Blancaneaux, originally from Esperanza Village, Cayo District, was fatally wounded. Police investigators briefed the media on the incident.
While we were following up on that investigation, we received another call at about 2 p.m. of a stabbing incident in the Spanish Town area of Lord's Bank, where we found Tetris J. Blancaneaux, 30 years, of Lord's Bank, where he was fatally stabbed by one Kieran Zib, his common law. Apparently there was a fight, a domestic dispute between the two, and Mr. Tetris was fatally stabbed by Miss Gibbs.
Love News met up with Blancaneaux's sister, Minerva, who expressed her sentiments on the death of their baby sibling, which was allegedly done at the hands of Coast Guard seaman Kieran Zib.
He called me at 11:15 while I was at the doctor with my daughter, and I couldn't speak to him, but I answered the call just to let him know that I would call him back later, and then I cut it off. Sent him a message when I got done. I didn't get a response. I didn't think anything of it because that was typical. Went back home when my sister came in and we sat there. Then we got the information. Somebody called to ask us to check Facebook and see what was going on. No police informed us of anything at all. And when we got the story, it was supposedly they got some relative's number off his phone that lives in Belize City, and they called the person to identify the body at the morgue, even though they had his IDs. And they were satisfied that that was sufficient relative to notify. And then we had to go through our own sources to confirm that the incident was real, and that it had actually happened. So it was a huge shock, and we're still trying to come to terms with it. But there's also a whole bunch of other stuff we have to deal with. So to date, we still haven't been allowed to see the body. Well, it's a police case, and their protocol is that until the post-mortem, nobody is allowed access. So there's still a lot of things in limbo. It happened on Saturday, it's already Monday. If we're lucky, we get a post-mortem by Wednesday. That's not a guarantee. So all these days passing by and we haven't even seen him, so it hasn't sunk in as yet that the guy is really dead, you know?
And while the family is left to pick up the pieces and put their brother to rest, we spoke with the couple's landlord, Max Tejeda, who explained to us how the entire incident transpired on Saturday, July 18th.
It really took place that this vicinity here, that we were socializing together with the Sims in here, Zib, and his boyfriend and another girlfriend, right? So what happened that they start arguing, right? And out of that arguing, the husband with Blancaneaux jumped up and hit Sims somewhere around his corner here, right? And then they get in here, come out from here, then Blancaneaux went over that side and get a piece of, what do you call it, bamboo, and start hitting Zib with this bamboo, broke up the bamboo panel, right? Then it's cool off a while, then I myself intervene, my next girl may intervene. So then he make out a Zib again, right? Girl, do you want thing or something like that to tell her, right? And when he make out, apparently Zib had the knife in her hand and just been a stick her with knife. Right here, I'll show it right now. Right here, right? And he walked away from over there, come here, right here where I am, and fall down here. He said to me, Max, call the police. And that was it.
There were several persons socializing at the residence just prior to the incident, and according to one man, he had just left to buy cigarettes, and upon his return, he saw Blancaneaux on the ground, already dead.
From early morning, right, we made socialize and may have a nice time, and we plan to cook some pigtail and beans, you know, and make we eat together. Then he made talk to a woman, and made bother a woman tell her left her alone. And I'm thinking a joke, right? That joke when I see the man smile, and I see a woman kind of ignorant and then kind of weird. So I say, when I tell my little boy, we run out of cigarettes, so me and my boy gone back a Spanish Town for the cigarette. So now we left the man in a good hands, everything, and everybody made it wrong. And when time we come back, we see that the man lay down right there on the ground. Thing don't happen already.
This afternoon, Kieran Zib was charged with manslaughter. Zib was arraigned on the charge before the magistrate Anne-Marie Smith. She was remanded into custody until September 8th. A post-mortem for Blancaneaux is yet to be scheduled later on in our news. We will tell you about the relationship and some woes that the couple was having.